Hi, Storytime friends. It's me, Miss Nadia from the Carlinville Public Library. It's good to see you again. Thank you for joining me for Storytime. And it's our first official fall Storytime. Do you remember what fall is? Most of the time you can see fall and how it affects everything around. Have you been seeing things that look like fall? And that is the season that we're officially in. Sometimes you'll see decorations like a scarecrow, or decorations like up here, some fall leaves that have changed. You might see some pumpkins. And fall is also a time of harvesting apples. Here's my pretend apples. You remember these? You remember what we do with them? All right, let me get the apples around and we'll start with that little rhyme. So we start by stretching way up in the air. Can you stretch up? Stretch up high. And we start with way up high in an apple tree. 5 red apples smiled down at me. I shook that tree as hard as I could. Down came an apple. Rub your tummies. Good. How many apples do we have left? Let's see. I need to dig in there. Let's see. We have 1 apple, 2 apples, 3 apples, 4 apples. Did you count all those? Ready? We'll do it real quick. Get your counters ready. And we've got 1, 2, 3, 4. 4 apples. And we reach up high, way up high in an apple tree. 4 red apples smiled down at me. I shook that tree as hard as I could. Down came an apple. Good. How many apples? 3 apples. Ready? Nice and loud this time. Ready? Reach up and we're going to say, way up high in an apple tree. 3 red apples smiled down at me. I shook that tree as hard as I could. Down came an apple. Good. Did your apple taste good too? Oh, I love apples. Ready? How many we got? Did you say 2? I thought you said 2. Ready? Way up high in an apple tree. 2 red apples smiled down at me. I shook that tree as hard as I could. Down came an apple. Good. How many apples? 1. Way up high in an apple tree. 1 lonely apple smiled down at me. I shook that tree as hard as I could. Down came that apple. Good. Good job, guys. No more apples. I have a great story for you. We're not going to do our shapes yet, but I've got a book about shapes and go into like a farm or a farmer's market, and it's called Pick a Circle, Gather Squares, A Fall Harvest of Shapes. And it is written by Felicia Sanzari Chemesky. And it's illustrated. That means she drew the pictures, by Susan Swan. Ooh, I love this book. I'm going to move my little buddy out of the way so you can get a good look at the pictures. And I'm going to get closer. And of course, check out the author and illustrator online. They always have cool, like other activities, or it's just kind of cool to find out where they're from, or if they have dogs or cats, or if they live on a farm. And this book is published by Albert Whitman Company of Chicago, Illinois. You should check out their website. I bet you they have a ton of other books that you would love to read by maybe some other authors. So it's called Pick a Circle, Gather Squares. Do you see any shapes already? Look at. Those are what you call crows. They like to go in the field and pick up seeds and things. And look at what they picked up. You recognize those? Perhaps we'll see them in the book later. Oh, look at. It's a pretty picture. And look at, another shape we're going to probably talk about. And look at the fall leaves. Apple crisp October day. Next week will be October. Not till Wednesday. It says apple crisp October day. Do you think it's hot or cold? Let's see. Daddy says we're going on our way. Or we're on our way. I wonder where they're going. Oh. Is that a clue maybe? I don't know. Is that a clue? Is that a clue? Oh, there's an arrow. Here we are, the pumpkin farm. Next we'll travel arm in arm. Look at the traveling arm in arm. Look what's over here. Another scarecrow. There's a pumpkin, and a truck. I wonder what that's for. Let's turn the page to find out. Oh my! You see that? Do you know what that is? And that? A tractor pulling a wagon. Let's read the words and find out. It says, on our hayride to the patch, while we bump along, we'll match different shapes to what we see. Will you harvest them for me? Do you know what harvest means? It means to take out of the garden or field so that you can eat it. Usually food or grains. But we're going to harvest shapes, and let's see if you can find them and know what they are, what they're called. It says, let's pick a circle. Well, here's the sun. Apples. You see any? Oh, there's the apples. Pumpkins. Such round fun. Do you see any other circles? I'm going to give you a couple more seconds to look for more circles. Oh my goodness, there's lots of circles. You'll have to pause it if you want to find more. Or you could check out this book later. Pluck a square, this bale of hay, a cube of straws, my seat today. So this is a square in here. This big thing is square. Do you see any other squares? I'll give you some more seconds. Ready? Those are some squares. This house is almost a square, except for the roof. Did you see all those too? Great. Let's move on. Gather ovals, squash and corn, speckled eggs, nest in the barn. Do you see them? You see the ovals? Ovals are like circles, but they're kind of smushed. An egg and the corn kernels on this side. Some ovals on this. Another one. Like that. Some big boards. This big thing, is that a circle? Oval? Yes, the bottom of that is an oval. Sometimes they're round, but that one's oval. I guess that would be, it's not like a basket. Or maybe it is. A wood container. Rectangles, a box of gourds, big barn doors, and wagon boards. Can you see them all? Rectangle, long, look for long, long, short, short. These are longer, these are shorter. Long, long, short, short. Long, long, short, short. You see anything else? You see the barn. Yep, this barn too. This piece of wood. You see anything else? Oh, yep. Great job finding all those. Oh, there's a tricky rectangle. He's laying on his side. Long, long, short, short. Great job, guys. Let's find, it says diamonds darting in the sky match the scarecrow's watchful eye. Look, do you see diamonds? They're like a triangle or like a square that's kind of smushed and it's pointy. Like these pointies are bigger or wider than these pointies. Pointy points. So this is a diamond and it still has 4 sides, just like a rectangle and a square. And then, let's see. Oh, look at his shirt. Look at all the diamonds. And then, oh, don't forget these. Do you know what that is? Yep, a kite. Lots of times it's windy and you can fly a kite in the fall, or also called autumn, remember? Oh my goodness, hexagons in honeycombs and chicken wire where foxes roam. Okay, the hexagons have a lot of sides. We are gonna try to count them. They're tiny though. Okay, so I'm gonna look at this guy and he's got 1 side, 2 sides, 3 sides, 4 sides, 5 sides, 6 sides. 6 sides. And so does the honeycomb in here. And this is all chicken wire that keeps the chicken in. And look at, I think they made some kites, I think, flying in the sky. Hexagons. That's pretty fancy. All right, let's turn the page. It says, see the fields? We're we're almost there. Pumpkins, pumpkins everywhere. There you go. Oh my goodness. Triangles make Daddy sigh for a tasty wedge of pie. He likes pie, and when they cut them out, they're in triangles. Look at, and they have a triangle napkin. What else? Is that bird's body? Got a triangle. And the kitty's nose and her shirt. Let's see what else. These birds up here. The lights. Oh, watermelon. The eyes on them. This book is so fun. There are so many shapes to look for. I like a book that has words and has a lot of other things to look for in it, or in the pictures. And this one says, collect the shapes and pumpkins too. Dad, I'll make a heart for you. Look, he made a heart with our hands. There's hearts on her shirt. Hearts on this ribbon. Look at on the jam. Here, let me give you a close-up. I love it. Riding back, we're seeing stars. Stands with cider, mums and jars. Do you see stars? I see lots of stars. When you cut an apple in half, you can see a star in the center. There's a star there. And look at it. All the stars. You see them all? And these are kind of like stars, a little. Oh, these leaves make a star. Isn't that neat? And it says, our harvest ride helped us match so many shapes. Thanks, Pumpkin Patch. And that's the end, and they're driving home after a long day at the pumpkin patch. Look at all the stars and the trees. Or not the stars, but all the shapes. There's a star. There's a hexagon. And that could either be a square or a diamond. Yeah, heart. Triangle. You'll have to look at that and point it out to Mom and Dad and show them all of the shapes you can find. So this book is called Pick a Circle, Gather Squares, A Fall Harvest of Shapes by Felicia, Sanzari, Chemesky. So check that out at your library or our library. This is a good one. This is one of those books that you wanna read through, but then you wanna go back and find as many shapes as you can, okay? So keep this one in mind. This one's fun. So we'll go back and we will review our shapes maybe, and we'll start with, what shape is the bottom of this pumpkin? What'd you say? Circle. A circle is the shape that goes round and round, round and round, round and round. A circle is the shape that goes round and round all day long. There's the bottom of the pumpkin. Yay! And then the next shape, I love it because lots of times pizza are cut in this shape, or pie. Look. How many sides? 1, 2, 3. A triangle is a shape with 3 sides. 3 sides. 3 sides. A triangle is a shape with 3 sides. 1, 2, 3. And the next shape, remember this one? They're all the same length or size. And it's 1, 2, 3, 4. A square is a shape with four equal sides, four equal sides, four equal sides. A square is a shape with four equal sides. 1, 2, 3, 4. There you go, a square. Good job, guys. I have another wonderful story for you, but you'll have to be a little noisy. So you're going to have to tell Mom and Dad, I'm going to have to be a little noisy. So, ready? And do you remember your animal noises? Because I'm going to need you to help me make those sounds. And this is a fun story called The Wind Plays Tricks. In autumn and fall, I don't know if you noticed, it gets really windy, and it's a good way to, or a good time sometimes, to fly your kite. So, this is one. Of course, where is it taking place? On a farm. And it says The Wind Plays Tricks. And it's written by Virginia Howard, and it's illustrated by Charlene Chua. And let's see who the publisher is. Oh my goodness. It's the same publisher, Albert Whitman Company of Chicago, Illinois. Yay! Another Illinois publisher. That is awesome. I did that by accident. Yay! All right. Oh, look at this. Oh my goodness. Is it calm or windy? Calm means it's just nothing floating in the air. It's not calm. It is windy. Those leaves are flying and that poor little bird's trying to fly. Oh my goodness. And this book starts with, the sun was setting over the farm when the wind rose. It howled through the barnyard. It moaned through the meadow. It screamed across the pond. The wind blew around and kept the animals from sleeping. In their house, the hens cried. What do chickens say? Cluck, cluck, cluck. Can you say it with me? Cluck, cluck, cluck. The little chicks, always looking for excitement, shouted. What do baby chicks say? They say, cheep, cheep, cheep. Can you say it with me? Ready? Cheep, 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 cheep. Rooster tried to crow louder than the wind, even though it wasn't morning. And what does the rooster say? Cock-a-doodle-doo! He screamed. The hens clucked louder. Cluck, 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 cluck. The little chicks cheeped. Cheep, 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 cheep. And rooster crowed. Cock-a-doodle-doo! Their cries swirled with the wind. Pig paced back and forth, safe in his pigsty. Oink. Can you say that? What does a pig say? Ready? 1, 2, 3. Oink. Let's say it 3 times. Ready? Oink, oink, oink. He shouted at the howling wind. Oink, oink. Oh my goodness. Even though cow and horse were in the barn, they heard the winds. What does the cow say? Moo. Cow moaned. Say it with me, guys. Moo. Horse bellowed. What does a horse say? Neigh. Let's say it. Ready? Neigh, neigh, neigh. And he stamped his feet. Can you stamp your feet? Listen. But the wind didn't stop. It whipped over the meadow and whooshed across the pond where the ducks huddled. You remember what ducks say? Did you say quack? Say it louder. Ready? Quack, quack, quack. They all called. Say it again. Quack, quack, quack. Turtle snuggled under an old log. He tucked his legs into his sturdy shell and pulled in his head. He knew the wind wouldn't last forever. Turtle closed his eyes and slept. The next morning, when the sun rose, the wind was gone. Oh, but so was Rooster. No one crowed to greet the day. Pig peeped out of his sty, trotted to his favorite mud puddle, and plopped down. It felt so good. Happily, he closed his eyes and said, what do you think he's going to say? Did you say oink? You're wrong. He said, cluck, 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 cluck. One bright little eye shot open in surprise. Cluck! He shook his head. That's not right. The little chicks ran around shouting. What do you think they said? Did you say cheep, cheep, cheep? Nope, I'm afraid not. They said, nay, nay, nay. And Hen 1 called out to stop them. What do you think she said? Not cluck. She said, moo, moo. No, that's wrong. Moo. And then Hen 2 said, moo, and then gasped. She stretched her neck and cried again, moo. Soon the hen house was full of moo, moo, moo from the hens and neigh, neigh, neigh from the chicks. And in the meadow, Horse closed his eyes in the morning sun and crowed. What's a crow sound like? Cock-a-doodle-doo! A smile spread across Horse's long face. Cock-a-doodle-doo! He snickered. Oh, this is very funny. Cock-a-doodle-doo! He clucked. Cow trotted up. What do you think Cow said? If you said moo, I'm sorry. He didn't say that. He says, quack, 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 quack. Something awful has happened. Listen, quack. Horse tried not to giggle. I'll never be able to chew grass happily in the meadow again. Quack, quack, said Cow. They are all mixed up. Oh my goodness. Let's see what does he say? Oh my goodness. What is he going to say? This is Rooster. Suddenly a voice came from the tall grass. Cheep! It boomed, then very softly, please help me. And Rooster stepped out of the grass. My special crow has disappeared. Now all I can shout is cheep. I'm so embarrassed. I've got to get my crow back before anyone else hears me. Oh, no. I think I know what's happened to your crow, said Horse. I have it. And, he said, looking at Cow, I'm sure the ducks are missing their quack. Quack, Cow agreed. Let's go find the ducks, suggested Horse. So Turtle was on his sunning rock, watching the ducks with surprise. They were calling. What do you think the ducks were saying? They were saying, oink, 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 oink. See, the ducks are missing their quacks, said Horse. That wind played tricks on us. We have to get our sounds back. How? Asked Cow. My throat is filled with quacks. Turtle opened his mouth and turned from horse to cow to duck one. He snapped his jaws and bobbed his head up and down as the animals watched. Oh, I understand, Rooster said. Turtle will hold one of our sounds at a time while we swap. Oh, that's a good plan, Turtle, said Horse. We need to get the hens, the little chicks, and Pig here. I can't go anywhere without my crow, said Rooster. Well, I have your crow, said Horse. Let's swap sounds. Rooster, give Turtle the little chicks cheap to hold. Open wide, Turtle, said Rooster. Chee! And Rooster shouted into Turtle's open mouth. Turtle gasped, eep! As the sound went into his throat. Cheep, 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 cheep. Turtle exclaimed with delight. Rooster, you can take your crow from me now, said Horse. Cock-a-doodle-doo, finished Rooster with one fast gulp. I'll get the hens, the little chicks, and Pig, Rooster said as he strutted away, crowing. Cock-a-doodle-doo. Soon Rooster was back, with Pig trotting quickly behind him, followed by the hens herding the little chicks. Cluck, 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 said Pig. Moo, moo, moaned the hens. Nay, 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 complained little chicks. Horse folded his legs and sat down on the grass close to little chicks. They stood still. They had never seen Horse's head up so close. It looked like the size of the barn almost. You have my neigh, Horse told them, and Turtle has your cheep. We're all going to swap sounds. Cheep, said Turtle. When I open my mouth, said Horse, each of you must put a neigh into my mouth. Then go to Turtle, and he will give you your cheep back. The little chicks nodded. After we all have our own sounds back, Horse told them, I will give you a ride on my back. Nay, said the little chicks with excitement. They all did just what Horse told them and then hopped onto Horse's back. He stood up very carefully and away they went. Cheep, 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 exclaimed the little chicks. Nay, said Horse with pleasure. Oink, oink, said Duck sadly. So Turtle opened his mouth. The ducks knew what to do. Each duck put an oink into Turtle's mouth. You guys ready? Can you do the oinks with me? Let's do 3 of them. Ready? Oink, oink, oink. And then Cow said, what does Cow say? He needs to give it to the duck. So he needs to say quack. Let's say it with me. Quack, 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 quack. Cow said, she lay on the ground and opened her mouth. One by one, the ducks took their quacks back from Cow. Quack, 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 they called as they plopped into the pond. Moo, said the hens. It was their turn to get their sound back. Each hen gave Cow her moo. Moo, said Cow happily, walking slowly to the far corner of the meadow to chew grass in peace. What did the pig have to say? Remember? He's supposed to say oink, but he sounds like a chicken, so he says cluck, said Pig. Cluck, cluck. The hens came to take their clucks from Pig. Well, Turtle, said Pig, your job is almost done. Oink, 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 said Turtle as loudly as he could. He opened his mouth and Pig took back his oink. Oink, 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 said Pig. Thank you, Turtle, for being a good friend. So Turtle beamed and bobbed his head. What a wonderful day it had been. Horse was neighing as he took the cheeping little chicks around the meadow. Cow was mooing in the grass. The hens were clucking their way back to the barnyard. Pig was oinking in a mud puddle. The ducks were quacking as they swam. Yes, it had been a wonderful day, Turtle thought, and all because of the wind. But next time the wind rose and a storm blew through the farm, Turtle decided he would open his mouth to try to catch a sound of his own. That's the end. Do you think the wind can really steal your sound or switch your sound with somebody else's? No, it's just pretend. But let me get this over here. The wind can't make things fly around. Yeah, this is Indian corn. Lots of people decorate with it. But I was gonna get out some leaves because the wind likes to carry the leaves around. So here's some leaves. They're all colored nicely. And then, let's put that right here for now. All right. And I had some little friends last year that we loved doing this. Here's a gourd. We would take our pretend leaves, but we could use real leaves. And this is a fun thing to do when the leaves start falling down. Let's pretend they're not really that big, right? Pretend acorn that comes off the trees. But here are my leaves. And we used to take all our leaves and we'd let them fall down and we go, all the leaves are falling down, falling down, falling down. All the leaves are falling down on the ground. Take a rake and rake them up, rake them up, rake them up. Take a rake and rake them up. It is fall. Make a pile and jump right in, jump right in, jump right in. Make a pile and we jump right in. It is fall. Yay! Happy fall, guys. I want you guys to sing that when you go outside and play in the leaves. And just a little tip from Miss Nadia. Raking a big pile of leaves into a pile at the bottom of a slide is super fun. Super fun. So, you should try that. Today, our craft, it's going to be simple, simple, simple because we're just going to use shapes that we know how to draw. So, we're going to review how to draw our shapes, and guess what? We're going to turn them into animals. So, the first thing I'm going to take is this marker. There's my big hand. Sorry. All right. Do you know how to do an oval? Well, and I would probably do this with a pencil, but I'm going to see how it goes. So, I'm going to do an oval. Or actually, I'm going to do a circle. Sorry, not an oval. But this will be the oval. So, this is a circle. And then I'm going to do a big oval. That's like half the size of... You see your oval? It doesn't have to be perfect. See, I got a big circle and I got a oval. Then I'm gonna do some ovals going upwards, called vertical, like that. And guess what? That's my pig's eye. And here's another pig's eye. So this is an oval, this is an oval, this is a big circle. Now I'm going to give him some nostrils. Here's his nose. There's another nostril. And it's just a little oval. And then I'm going to give him some ears. So my pig ears are going to be triangles. So, but guess what? I don't have to do the third. I'm only going to do two sides. So one side up, one side down, one side up, one side down, and there's my pig. Oink, oink, oink. And guess what? He's kind of like an author and illustrator called Mo Willems. Yeah, you should check him out. And this is kind of how he does his pigs. Okay, it is how he does his pigs. So you should try it. So it was easy breezy, wasn't it? Easy breezy. Just a big circle. Do an oval, do two ovals, and one more oval, up, and two triangles, whoop, 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 whoop. There you go, piggies. Then we can do, let's do a cow. Let's see, I'm gonna do a circle. Most of the time heads are circles, so we do a circle. There's my circle. I'm going to do a mouth like this kind of, but actually I'm going to make him a, you know what, I'm going to make it a circle this time. It's fun. You can kind of experiment. There's that. And then I'm going to give him nostrils. And then I'm going to give him a smile. And then I'm going to give him a circle and circle. Oh, you know what I forgot? We need some eyebrows on him. And here's, I'm going to fill it in, give him an eye, and I'm going to give him then, you know what? I'm going to add some eyelashes. Go, and then he needs some ears, right? There you go. You know what? I like to give him a little collar with a little triangle jingle bell. There's my cow. And you could make them spotted or whatever. Just be creative and do it however you want to do it. This time I'm going to do an oval for my chicken. He's going to have a little head, a little circle. Then I'm going to do a little oval. And then I'm going to give him a zigzaggy. And that. Actually, I don't like how he turned out, but you know what? It's all about experimenting. If you don't like it this way, try it again. Try it a different way. Use different shapes. Use ovals or something else. Anyway, that's it for today. Thank you for sharing story time with me. I hope you get a lot of chances to play outside because it is beautiful, 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 and it's not too hot. It's just right. You might need a little jacket. So, little jacket. All right. And be sure to come into the library and visit me. You just need to make sure you have your mask and use the hand sanitizer and pick out your own books. All right. See you next time. Bye.